Jonathan, Jonathan. In his writings, Mendieta documents a legend describing a giant flint knife crashing down from the sky. The earth trembled violently as it landed. Crashes, crashes. Then, from within this massive flint knife, some 1,600 gods emerged. These deities were said to be the ones who established Aztec civilization. Dwin. Edwin. The Aztecs spoke of a time when many gods came down to earth and formed humanity. They shaped human beings using bone, ash, and their own blood, fashioning them partly in their own likeness, but specifically to honor and serve them. Giorgio. When ancient texts describe a giant flint blade descending from the heavens and someone emerging from it, we must ask, were these ancestors witnessing some kind of craft landing? If so, the Aztec origin story could be interpreted as evidence of extraterrestrial involvement in the creation of humanity. And something deeply mysterious seems to have occurred at Teotihuacan, done Arrator, narrator. Just 30 miles northeast of Mexico City lies the sprawling complex of Teotihuacan. Spanning almost 8 square miles, it dates back to the 1st century AD. It is the oldest, most sophisticated urban center in Mesoamerica, a region that stretches from northern Mexico through Central America. This city predated the Maya by more than a century. At its height, it may have supported as many as 100,000 residents. Before the 15th century, it was the largest city in the Western Hemisphere and served as the central hub for trade and religion across the region. Edwin Teotihuacan's importance can't be overstated. It was the Rome of Mesoamerica. Its innovations and city planning shaped the design and governance of future city-states. An Arrator narrator, its most iconic features include the massive Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. At its heart is the Temple of Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent deity. These monumental structures flank a central thoroughfare, the Avenue of the Dead. Alongside it are more than 200 other pyramids, altars, and platforms. Just beyond, thousands of dwellings suggest a once thriving metropolis. And yet, despite its grandeur, no one knows who built Teotihuacan or where its people went. Edwin. For a city of this scale, it's strange. There are no written records. Other Mesoamerican civilizations left behind glyphs and inscriptions. Teotihuacan is silent. We have no names for its rulers, no narrative of its rise or fall. And still, they built a colossal and complex citadel. When you look at the precision, the engineering, the artistry, it's baffling. Where are the prototypes? Where are the earlier, simpler versions that led up to this? There's no evidence of gradual development. It just appears. So we're left asking, where did it come from? David, David. We've been trained to believe that these ancient works were built using rudimentary tools and methods, but we need to challenge that assumption, because what we're seeing is craftsmanship that demands more advanced technology than history credits these people with having Dontanoye, RRAT or narrator Teotihuacan, Mexico. In 2003, archaeologists uncovered a shocking secret beneath the Temple of the Feathered Serpent, one of the most revered pyramids on the continent. 45 feet underground, hidden for centuries, lay a sealed tunnel. Archaeologists used a robotic probe equipped with infrared scanners to navigate through layers of debris. Nearly 250 feet in, the tunnel opened into a chamber. There they found something entirely unexpected. Dozens of metallic-looking spheres, Edwin. These orbs are unlike anything I've ever seen in archaeological contexts. They're made of clay on the inside, but their surfaces are coated in golden flecks, giving them the appearance of shimmering gold balls. An ARRATOR narrator. No one knows for sure what these mysterious orbs were used for. Some believe the chamber was used in sacred rituals. Even the walls of the tunnel shimmered with golden dust, suggesting the space held deep ceremonial significance. If a torch had been lit during an ancient ceremony within that cavern, the golden flecks covering the walls and spheres would have reflected countless points of light, mimicking the stars in the night sky. David. These striking yellow orbs could symbolize something greater, perhaps celestial bodies. The Maya, after all, developed a calendar system precisely tuned to planetary orbits, particularly those of the inner planets. ARRATOR narrator. The connection between Mars and the Mayan calendar is well documented. In the Dresden Codex, this rare manuscript is one of only 4 surviving books created by the Maya. In essence, it is an astronomical almanac. Different sections of the Codex reference a variety of celestial phenomena. One of the most significant focuses on the red planet, Mars. Near the end of the book is an almanac that breaks time into 10 periods of 78 days, totaling 780 days. This matches the synodic period of Mars, the time it takes for the planet to return to the same position in Earth's sky. DRAMATICM dramatic music and ARRATOR narrator. Scholars believe this alignment confirms Mars' critical role in Mayan astronomy and astrology. Above the Mars almanac is a sky band filled with glyphs and celestial icons, and hanging from it, a distinctive dragon-like figure. This creature is widely interpreted as the symbolic face of Mars, giant stone heads, sculptures resembling flying machines, statues that echo artistic traditions found in distant corners of the world. According to ancient astronaut theorists, these clues may reveal what certain institutions tried to erase. 5 centuries ago, the Catholic Church undertook a campaign. to wipe out indigenous knowledge, destroying codices, temples, and traditions, particularly those of the Maya. And the question remains, how did the Maya and other ancient civilizations acquire such advanced knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, and architecture? When asked, their answer was always the same. The gods gave it to us. Mysteriousmus, mysterious. Musican arrator, narrator. If true, the presence of extraterrestrial visitors and even evidence of global contact would have posed a profound challenge to the authority of the Catholic hierarchy, especially during the Inquisition. But assuming these visitors did come to Earth, where did they go? Why did they abandon their missions or disappear entirely? Childress, Childress. Some say war, cataclysms, or societal collapse brought these ancient civilizations to an end. The airships stopped arriving. The demigods, our supposed extraterrestrial teachers, retracted their technology. We don't know exactly where they went or why they left. Maybe they decided it was time for humanity to take the reins. Maybe they chose to vanish and observe. From afar, an arrator, narrator, ancient astronaut theorists maintain that the proof is still out there, hidden beneath centuries of earth and stone. But every day, the clues emerge. Between February 2018 and March 2019, archaeologists made groundbreaking discoveries in Mexico alone. Mayan artifacts were uncovered at Teotihuacan, a city previously believed to have been solely Aztec. At Chichen Itza, a hidden cave revealed more than 200 additional relics. And in the jungles near Lake Pátzcuaro, LIDAR scanning exposed an ancient city the size of Manhattan, Giorgio. In the early 90s, it sounded like science fiction, satellites that could peer beneath the jungle. But that fantasy is now reality. With LIDAR, we can scan the ground and uncover hidden ruins, and what we've found so far is just the beginning. I believe we're entering a new golden age of exploration. Thousands of lost cities still unknown are waiting to be found. Think of a jigsaw puzzle. You don't need all 1,000 pieces to see the full picture. Put down 980 and the image becomes clear. Narrator. Narrator. Are we standing at the threshold of a transformative discovery, one that confirms extraterrestrials once visited Earth and shaped our history? Could the final proof lie beneath the ruins of a newly uncovered site in Mexico? A single artifact, a single inscription, might confirm what many have long suspected, that humanity's origins are far more cosmic than we ever imagined. Teotihuacan, Mexico. This vast metropolis dates back to at least the 1st century AD. At its peak, it was home to 125,000 people, making it the largest city in Mesoamerica. One of its most revered monuments still towers above the landscape, the Temple of the Feathered Serpent, dedicated to the god Quetzalcoatl. Edwin Quetzalcoatl, the Feathered Serpent, dates back to Olmec times, even before the Common Era. But the first place we truly see Quetzalcoatl rise to prominence is in Teotihuacan, just north of modern Mexico City. Around 250 AD, they built a grand pyramid, a temple dedicated to Quetzalcoatl. It was likely Teotihuacan that established Quetzalcoatl as a central deity for much of Mesoamerica. Quetzalcoatl was a creator god associated with the planet Venus. He was believed to bring rain, water, civilization, and the arts. For the Aztecs, he was the divine originator of culture, a flying serpent, a dragon. Hugh Quetzalcoatl brought peace, harmony, and profound wisdom. He represented intelligence and teaching, arriving on a raft of serpents and settling on these lands. He was often depicted in human form as well. Edwin Quetzalcoatl also appears in the post-classic Maya city of Chichen Itza. But there, he goes by the name Kukulkan, the holy feathered serpent in the Mayan language. An Arrator narrator, Chichen Itza, about 900 miles east of Teotihuacan, is home to another massive stepped pyramid, dedicated to Kukulkan, the Mayan counterpart of the flying serpent. Erich at Chichen Itza. The Pyramid of Kukulkan is famous for a remarkable natural phenomenon. On March 23rd each year, as the sun rises, the play of light and shadow creates a series of triangular shapes that seem to crawl down the pyramid's stairway, ending exactly where the serpent's head sculpture rests. On September 21st, the effect reverses and Kukulkan appears to vanish, again a product of sunlight and shadow. This clear message has endured through the ages. The god Kukulkan descended to teach humanity and then disappeared once more. Ecosiar Giorgio. This is living mythology carved in stone, a deity descending from the sky, frozen in architectural form. Illiam William. One wonders if this serpent-light phenomenon is a symbolic recollection of an actual event. Perhaps a craft landing and descending, a moment so profound it became immortalized in stone. Arrator narrator. Could the Pyramid of Kukulkan be more than a temple to a mythical dragon god? Could it commemorate the arrival of an extraterrestrial spacecraft? Ancient astronaut theorists say yes, and suggest this serpent motif is not unique. On the Greek island of Euboea, 25 mysterious megalithic structures called dragon houses dot the landscape. Giorgio. The main dragon house sits atop Mount Ochi, the island's tallest peak. The name Ochi comes from the Greek word meaning to descend or to drive. According to legend, Zeus descended from the heavens onto this mountain. An ARRATOR narrator, local tradition, claims these stone houses were built by a giant dragon to honor Zeus. In ancient Greece, dragon described not just flying monsters, but also gods or beings with human forms who possessed superhuman powers. Taken together, the Dragon House may have been seen as a meeting place between heaven and earth, a landing site in UFO terms GIOR. GIO Giorgio. My view is that the dragon was the craft itself. The creators, the teachers, emerged from it. Our ancestors witnessed what seemed like a crew disembarking from a flying machine. An ARRATOR narrator. Some ancient astronaut theorists argue that the structures themselves provide proof of extraterrestrial visitation. The Dragon House on Mount Ochi is built with massive megalithic blocks weighing up to 10 tons, located nearly 5,000 feet above sea level. GIORGIO, Giorgio archaeologists struggle to explain why such a colossal structure was constructed at such an altitude. These massive blocks, some up to 10 feet long and 2 feet thick, were placed precisely in this remote location. In my opinion, this was the site of an extraterrestrial visitation, where Zeus himself may have descended in his craft and established a temporary base camp. Tante ARRATOR narrator. Could these stone monuments in Greece and Mesoamerica mark the very spots where otherworldly visitors landed? And could those visitors have eventually returned to the stars, leaving behind only myth, legend, and stone?